KAUM BEAX.
The final twist is a movie that brings the audience to a different end of the prediction of the audience during the watch. Usually this surprise effect will be present at the end of the film. This time KAUM BEAX recommends the top 10 most brilliant, intelligent/clever films. You can watch the second part. Before we enter the list of movies, for those of you who have not subscribed, do not forget to click on the button, and also like, comment and share this video. Because KAUM BEAX will always update other interesting movie info. This movie is with twist, ending and plot the best twist of KAUM BEAX version.
KAUM BEAX.
A history of violence. Storyline. This is the story of a mild-mannered man, named Tom Stahl, who becomes a local hero through an act of violence. He lives a happy and quiet life with his lawyer wife and their 2 children in the small town of Millbrook, Indiana. But one night their idyllic existence is shattered when Tom foils a vicious attempted robbery in his diner. Sensing danger, he takes action and saves his customers and friends in the self-defense killings of 2 sought-after criminals. Heralded as a hero, Tom's life is changed overnight, attracting a national media circus, which forces him into the spotlight. Uncomfortable with his newfound celebrity, Tom tries to return to the normalcy of his ordinary life, only to be confronted by a mysterious and threatening man who arrives in town believing Tom is the man who wronged him in the past.
He's so good at killing people.
रात भर नींद से जागती रहती है, तुम्हें भी सो नहीं
Missing. Shawshank checks in at a beach resort of Mauritius late night with his lovely wife Aparna and 3-year-old daughter, Tutli, who has high fever. As Aparna wakes up the next morning, she is horrified to find Tutli missing. The distressed couple goes from pillar to post in a vastly spread resort to search for her. But Tutli seems to have disappeared. The police is informed, and the most reputed police officer Ramkilawan Bulatindi of the Mauritian police force enters the scene. Different people, different viewpoints, different versions about the child going missing turns into a cat and mouse game.
जी हाँ नहीं गुस्सा नहीं लेकिन
I'll take it.
Personal shopper.
I'm a personal shopper.
Storyline. It's been already 3 months since the sudden death of her 27-year-old twin brother Louis from a congenital malformation of the heart, and Maureen, a young fashionista, assistant to a celebrity woman and a capable medium, still hasn't made any contact with him. Spending her time between high-profile fashion establishments and the abandoned Louis house in Paris, Maureen is silently battling with the gut-wrenching grief and sorrow, while at the same time, looking for a sign from her deceased brother after an odd taken between the twins. Aloof, disoriented, and still mourning. Wraith like Maureen, attuned to the ethereal realm, is inevitably caught between this world and the spiritual, always looking for portals and a sign that would prove her brother right, however, in vain.
Is it you? Or is it just me?
Stonehearst Asylum. Storyline. A couple of days before 1899 Christmas, the Oxford new graduate Dr. Edward Newgate arrives at the Stonehearst Asylum to complete training for his specialty of asylum medicine. He is met by armed men who take him to Dr. Silas Lamb, who welcomes his help and takes him under his wing. Edward is shocked to see the methods that Dr. Lamb uses to run this asylum. He becomes infatuated with Eliza Graves, one of the patients, who is a lady of status and does not seem to belong. One night, Edward overhears a knocking from the bowels of the facility and is shocked to find that everything is not as it seems in this place and that his uneasy feelings may be justified. What will Edward choose?
not mine.
I am Dr. Benjamin Salt, rightful superintendent of Stonehearst Asylum.
We're all mad. Some are simply not mad enough to admit it.
must end.
And
The Imposter.
brother, Nick.
Storyline. A documentary centered on a young man in Spain who claims to a grieving Texas family that he is their 16-year-old son who has been missing for 3 years.
Missing for years. Either the child is...
Maybe he's not Nick.
He cannot be an American.
We didn't need to prove who he was.
This is their family.
You know what I do when I have a bad
Triangle. Storyline. When Jess sets sail on a yacht with a group of friends, she cannot shake the feeling that there is something wrong. Her suspicions are realized when the yacht hits a storm and the group is forced to board a passing ocean liner to get to safety, a ship Jess is convinced she's been on before. The ship appears deserted, the clock on board has stopped, but they are not alone. Someone is intent on hunting them down, one by one. And Jess unknowingly holds the key to end the terror.
It's starting over again. That's what's going on. Who are you?
Unknown. Storyline. 5 men wake up in a locked-down warehouse with no memory of who they are. They are forced to figure out who is good and who is bad to stay alive.
Ich bin kein Verbrecher. Dann hören Sie auf, sich wie einer zu ver...
We realized,
The Village.
soon after we arrived, we were not...
Storyline. The village revolves around a desolate town in Pennsylvania. The residents of this town live by strict rules. They are not to leave the village, or the monsters beyond their boundaries will surely attack them. Lucius and Ivy have an attraction, a strong one. But when Noah, a man with an intellectual disability and who also has feelings for Ivy, finds out that the two are in love, Noah attacks Lucius. He will die if brave Ivy, who is blind, does not reach the borders and find help to save Lucius.
Line that must be crossed.
Los testigos oyeron gritos pero no vieron...
The Invisible Guest.
Según el informe de la policía, no irá nadie por la...
Storyline. Adrian Doria, a wealthy businessman named Man of the Year due to his high-tech company and his trade agreements with the Asian market, meets Virginia Goodman, a veteran lawyer expert in witness preparation and judicial declaration, recommended by Adrian's lawyer Felix Leva in order to create a credible defense. Arrested by the police in a mountain hotel room with the corpse of his lover at his side, photographer Laura Vidal, Adrian talks Virginia about the crime and his relationship with Laura, revealing that both suffered a car crash where a man called Daniel Garrido died, and how Laura manipulated Adrian to avoid the jail by Daniel's death. At the same time that Felix is looking for a clue that it could change the course of the events, Virginia and Adrian keep talking about the case, but her, unconvinced of the Adrian's testimony, forces him to clear the dark points of his history, in a puzzle where the truth and the life are easily exchangeable.
¿Qué le sugiere usted?
The Shawshank Redemption.
Welcome to Shawshank.
Storyline chronicles the experiences of a formerly successful banker as a prisoner in the gloomy jailhouse of Shawshank after being found guilty of a crime he did not commit. The film portrays the man's unique way of dealing with his new, torturous life. Along the way he befriends a number of fellow prisoners, most notably a wise long-term inmate named Red.
I want him found.
On the outside, I was an honest man, straight as an arrow. I had to come to prison to be a crook.
That's the movie with the best twist ending according to KAUM BEAX. And keep in mind, any twist sometimes does not end well, or sometimes can instead destroy the movie. because it forces the element twist ending itself, so do not be too supposed that the film with a nice twist ending. As not all the twist ending movies have a surprise that has been neatly arranged from the beginning of the film. After watching the video, do not forget the comments below which movie has the best twist ending according to you. Or could be in between and have an opinion about one of the films that already KAUM BEAX discussed earlier. Thank you for watching the video and see you in the next KAUM BEAX video.